Hi, my name is Kolbé. I'm the Director of Red Crow Business Services, and today we're going to speak about COIDA. What is it? So, looking at COIDA, looking at the return of earnings, who has to pay, why do we have to pay, and who's an employee, and who must register. So, COIDA is the compensation for occupational injuries and diseases. And basically that legislates that you need to pay money depending on your salary bills as an insurance to the Department of Labour in case any of your employees get injured on duty. So if your employees get injured, there's at least some money to cover their injuries. If someone falls off a ladder, cuts the arm off, or something to the like, falls down the stairs and injures themselves, they can get proper medical care and the payment thereof is not an issue. This is payable to the Department of Labour, and it's a percentage of your salary bill, and it varies depending on the type of industry that you're in. As you can appreciate, an armed response officer has got a much higher likelihood to get injured on duty than accountants like us, who only really have to worry about paper cuts, and not even that many these days, considering everything is online. So, return of earnings, I'm sure you've heard this word bantered about. What is the return of earnings? This works similarly to your tax return and provisional tax returns, but it's all done on one return for the year, once a year, and the deadline is the end of May. They take your actual salaries, compare it to your estimate from the previous year, give you a refund or tell you need to pay in, and then they take you put your estimate in for the next year, and then they tell you what you need to pay in total as your premium for the upcoming year. A very important part of this definition is who is an employee, so who is sitting on your payroll. And an employee is someone who's under a contract of service to you. This can be permanent or temporary, and it includes all apprenticeships, learners, and trainees that are working for you, and it excludes any independent contractors or freelancers who usually kind of work for you on an ad hoc basis. So who must register? Basically, the Act says that if you have one or more full-time or part-time employees, you need to register within 7 days of that person becoming a part-time or full-time employee. Practically, that's not always possible because the Department of Labour has quite a few inherent issues, and registration can take months. Although if you're battling, do give us a shout. We do have some contacts to get that through quite quickly. At the moment, domestic workers are excluded from this Act. There is talks of making it also include them, but that's not legislated yet. So if you have any questions, do give us a ring. And why is it important to do this? Well, if you're wanting to take hold of any opportunities for any government contracts, or even for people that do business with governments, any bigger contracts, maybe Pick and Pay, maybe Barlow World, maybe someone like that. There are nice little opportunities out there, and most of these people require you to have a certificate of good standing, which you only get when you are registered and up to date with your return of earnings and all the money payable to the department in terms of COIDA. Give us a shout if you need any more help or any more assistance in this regard. Those are all our details, and we hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.